EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Wilson's Seahawks. With that, let's get you up to Seattle. We're standing by are our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. After the interception, here's Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover.
Green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You had one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And tough starting field position here. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Ryan. Caught out left side by Robinson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Ryan connects with Sanu right side. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And it's complete. Hooper. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And a look at on Seattle's defense.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
On third down, Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. To throw is Ryan. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. The first carry for the rookie Procise. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. C.J. Procise from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. A gain of 32 that time.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Ryan on second down, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Forced out, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Frank Clark in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the running.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He hurdles in.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Right back to play side. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 41 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 82 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the D-line's going to spread out. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I think the Seattle Seahawks want nothing more than prior to any game if someone questions Doug Baldwin and his skills.
Because that chip on his shoulder.
Chip. You talk about boulder. All right? And that's what fuels him. Remember, undrafted out of Stanford, has worked his way into being one of the top receivers in the league. And I don't think he wears that number 89 by accident. He reminds me a lot of Steve Smith in attitude and now in playmaking ability.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And his crew will take over with a football. Freeman here to begin the drive. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. They come out here in the eye. Ryan, they'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game. I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel from 10 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. On first down, Procise. They find some open field here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
They'll try and run down here with Prosine. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons have broken our tie. And he knocks it through. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. He's got time. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Dancing to his left, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Buying time to his left. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards.
Let's face it, it's tough to defend guys just in regular time. But when they get extra time, and the guy maneuvers outside of the pocket, that's just almost unfair because now trying to stay with the receiver.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In the red zone this time. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, Wilson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. C.J. Prosise was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Defense showing blitz. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, they run. Again, it's Procise. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it. When you see a big-time run to the outside, it always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect in setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. And some extras coming up on the line here, ready for the blitz. On 2nd down, Rawls. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They run with a power back. Rawls. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And it's 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence. On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll try to run with Rawls. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
On the ground, rolls. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
And back at the 8 now, 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Pitch from 25 yards out. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be 1st down Atlanta. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38, making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, Ryan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 4th down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And out now come the Seahawks. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So it's his third field goal now in the ballgame, and they have needed his leg because this last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, Brandon, but now you've got to tell your defense, hey, we need to stop here so we can let this momentum carry us through to the next drive.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Third and long. It's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down following the incompletion. They come out here in the eye. Ryan, deep drop. He's going to let it go again. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
The dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
It's a gain of 20 that time. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper, 31 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Fresh set of downs here. Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And quickly they get to the line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And able to find Graham. Complete. A big gain of 39 on third.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Wilson will throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. Second down now after the incompletion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. They'll run it. This is Procise. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. C.J. Procise, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the fourth. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On third down, Ryan. Flushed out right. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive. But not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield.
Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So 2nd and 10 here. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They come out here in the eye. He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
So some drama down to the very end of this ball game, Charles, on that final kickoff. They were hoping to break free, some sort of miracle play, but they couldn't do it.
They had a chance.